Hi, my name is Savannah Mitchell. I attend Pine Hill Middle School in the Pine Hill School District, and currently we are doing hybrid and full remote. I do hybrid, so I attend school on Tuesdays and Fridays, where the other group of kids attend school on Mondays and Thursdays, and then Wednesday is our full remote day.
Attend Dwight D. Eisenhower Middle School in Berlin Township. Currently using our school's full remote option.
And I go to school in Mount Ephraim. My school is Raymond W. Kershaw, and I do the hybrid.
My name is Maeve Hurley. I go to Haddonfield Middle School in Haddonfield, and I'm currently doing the hybrid model.
My name is Kayla Beato, and I attend Charles W. Lewis Middle School in Blackwood, New Jersey, and I'm currently using their full remote.
Alvaro Mejia, and I go to Winslow Township Middle School in Winslow Township, and I'm currently going to be using the full remote.
I think the hardest adjustment this year has been the limited FaceTime you have with teachers, or even for some people, the non-existent FaceTime, and trying to learn some topics, especially without being able to see or interact with a teacher, makes it much harder to fully understand the topic.
For me, it's trying to learn in school and then transferring to online half of the day.
I'm also the same way. Learning with a teacher in person is definitely a lot easier than being online and trying to figure things out by yourself. And then also, I just really miss the social interaction with everybody at school because everybody's pretty much gone now. So it's sad, but
Hardest adjustment is learning some subjects, and some subjects are really better taught in person rather than online, such as math.
The hardest for me has been trying to stick with a schedule for myself, especially with everything being remote. It was different and hard to, at first, definitely get used to.
For me, it's probably been adjusting to our online and remote learning schedule. It has been challenging because sometimes our schedule can rotate many times throughout the week.
Definitely organization. Like before, I wasn't really organized. I just did the stuff that I needed to do, but now I have a full schedule planned out. On Monday, I see the work that's posted and I realize, okay, I'll do the hardest stuff first. And then the stuff that's maybe due at the end of the week, I'll do, today. And then, the easiest stuff, like stuff that's due today, well, obviously today.
I would say that one thing that was impacted in a good way through this experience was self-motivation and truly being able to do something just because I want to or I think I should at the time, because there's no one really to tell me to do it when I'm at home in my room. I have to decide to do it myself. And that's become a greater part of my life.
I've been able to spend time on subjects that I feel as though require more of my attention.
A lot more free time for myself and doing things that I have to do, like schoolwork. I have more time to get it done.
I kind of tell myself every day that it's not just me going through it, it's every student, every parent, every teacher. We're all struggling. We're having a hard time with this.
okay, something positive out of this whole situation is definitely, I think that you can focus on your schoolwork a lot more than you usually would because there's not kids there all the time to be associating with you. So I definitely think the grades are better and the education level is higher now that you can focus more.
My friends don't really care. As long as they get to be in school for any amount of time, they're fine with it. But I know it's probably hard for them to adapt.
My friends, I know that some of my friends have been liking this, remote model, but other of my friends have been saying that they don't really like it because, it kind of made them feel like when they were done all their work, there was not really much else to do, and they do everything. Like every single day, you do the same thing over and over again, and it makes them kind of just not feel well. And I kind of feel that too as well sometimes.
Okay, I think that it's different for everyone. I have a brother in my grade with me, and I have friends that I talk to while I'm in school or even just through seeing them through FaceTimes or whatever. And for some people, it's an easier way for them to learn and they find it easier to be able to work at their own pace. But I know some of my friends find it difficult to not be able to have someone to instruct them in what way to work.
Everybody does have a different experience, but some of them may struggle to pick up the phone during class. But I would have to say everyone is kind of just doing what they need to have done.
Definitely struggled with trying to pay attention and like learn virtually. A couple of my friends have like reached out to me and they said like, do you understand this? How are you taking it? And I've said it's hard. It definitely is hard, but over time, I think I keep telling myself that it's what we're all going through, and it's gonna be hard, but we have to do our best to try and adapt with it.
I definitely think my friends some of them struggle a little bit because they're more used to being with the teacher as well, like I am. And I feel like their grades are kind of declining in a way because they're not focusing as much. And because they're at home, they feel that they don't have to come to school or whatever. You know what I mean? But some of the people like me, they like it how it is now because it's just like a new way to learn and stuff and get educated in a different way.
My Algebra 1 teacher for this year, I had also had her in 6th grade. She has made sure that mental health is also a priority throughout this pandemic. And she has really opened up her time to make sure she's available for our need academically as well as personally.
My science teacher this year, because even when people are struggling and they can't seem to understand the topic in the small class session we have, she'll open up her time through any study halls or free periods she has where she could be spending free time so that they can join a Zoom with her and she can go more in depth and understand everything so that you fully get every topic and you don't feel like you're getting caught up behind.
My science teacher as well has been a tremendous teacher. She has done a lot for her students, and I know she cares. She, makes a lot of small talk in class and always always tries to help the kids that need help by pulling them into other meets and, giving them special attention in case they really do need it.
Studies teacher has been like really fun in class. He makes a lot of jokes and makes learning easier. And he always like connects with the kids, trying to make them like feel welcome in his classroom.
Teacher she's definitely my top. She never fails to engage the whole class in whatever we're learning and is always able to, if someone is struggling, as soon as she helps them, they're right back up there with the rest of the class.
A teacher that definitely has stood out during this time is my science teacher, Miss Natalie. Even on remote and everything, she has always been there to like help me, even if we're not in person. She describes how to like actually help you answer questions, and she's also always there for me like emotionally as well to help me out with any problems I might have outside of school.
I'm definitely nervous about going into high school and everything having to start over again with introductions and possibly, instead of being remote how I am now, being possibly hybrid or an in-person student. But I would want them to also know that I love learning and I love every subject. I love being able to learn 1,000 new things a day. So I'm looking forward to being able to learn more than what I already know.
I'd probably want them to know that like I can learn stuff quickly, but some things are just hard for me to like understand, and that it might take a few days for me to get it, but eventually in the end I'll get it and I'll be good at it.
I definitely want my teachers to know that I'm like very outgoing when it comes to learning and stuff. So I definitely want that very big social interaction with them so I can learn better and not just have them read out of like a book and then expect us to learn based off of that. I need like more help, not help, but to like help me understand more so I can get the correct answers that I need.
Want my teachers to know that I really do like an interactive class. I'm not really the type of guy to just, see my teacher do the work and then they tell us to, oh, do the, what do you call it, IXLs or Delta Maths or whatever you use for practicing math, for example. But I really do want a teacher that, is interactive and fun and tries to make their lessons just, easier to understand and also fun to learn, because that would really boost engagement, because there's not a lot of engagement in class right now.
I would want my teachers to know that I like to be independent in some areas. And even though I don't always understand everything the first time, the more that I work through it by myself or even with like a friend, I'll probably be able to figure it out faster than if I needed like someone to come in and fully explain the subject to me again. So I would say that I value the independence you can get.
I am, of course, nervous to go into high school, but I would have to say it's a fresh start. And I would like my teachers to get to know me from my introduction in their class. I don't want any pretense before I go into school.
After high school, I want to go to a college out of this state so I can explore my surroundings. And I either want to go for marine biology, or I really want to pursue acting as one of my jobs. So I want to move to Florida, and I want to work at Disney World as like a Disney World performer for a few years in my like younger years. And then after that, I'm going to hopefully move to Los Angeles and pursue those acting dreams. If the acting doesn't work out, my plan B is to become a marine biologist.
I want to get into a good college, and I want to go for soccer and then eventually play professionally.
My future goals for high school would be either valedictorian or something that puts me out there showing what I have achieved throughout everything. But past high school, I'm hoping to pursue a career of my choosing, which would be a criminal profiler or some type of detective work in the criminal justice system.
I would enjoy furthering my education and going to college, but I would have to say sometimes the unexpected path is the best one. So I'm just going to keep an open mind and just see where life takes me.
I think my goal would probably be just to work hard in high school. And I know there's so many opportunities in our high school specifically, to try to like take advantage of those and use those to stand out, to get into good colleges and like further my life as far as I could through education, through sports, through any activities I could participate in, and just make sure I put myself with the best foot forward every time I can.
I'm gonna try to further my career, which my career is trying to be a mechanical engineer. And my high school in particular has a course, for that, especially because it's a technical school. And in college, I'd have to say that I would really want to get like a master's degree in mechanical engineering and, I don't know, a minor in something else that is science related.